Hey everyone, I'm on the Norwegian Bliss, and in this video, I'm going to take you on a bit of a food tour and show you some of the specialty dining restaurants that you can visit if you're on the ship. And at the end, I'm going to let you know if I think it's worth it to get this specialty dining package, so stay tuned for that. If you're taking a Norwegian cruise and looking to try out some specialty dining, then they have you covered. We tried out 4 specialty dining options on our cruise. 2 dinners were included with our free at sea package, and 2 we paid $79 per person for an additional package so that we could see how the specialty dining compared to the complimentary options. And after I go through the options and our experience, I'll share my final verdict. But before I jump in, if you're interested in seeing more of our Norwegian Bliss experience, be sure to check out my other videos linked in the description below. Now, let's take a look at the specialty dining menus. You can pause to take a closer look. And now let's look at the options you can choose from. First is the American Diner, located on Deck 16. This is an a la carte restaurant and offers traditional American fare like lobster rolls, crispy chicken, and burgers. It's even decorated like a retro diner and has great views of the ocean with a full row of ocean view seating. Next up is Cagney Steakhouse on Deck 8. Cagney's is a traditional steakhouse atmosphere with delicious meat and seafood options on the menu. We dined here and had incredible meals. If you're looking for a great traditional steak meal, then this might be the place for you. It's quite popular though, so be sure to book well in advance. Food Republic is also located on Deck 8. This is where you could get fusion foods from cultures across the globe like sushi, Thai, or street food. Behind the wine cellar on Deck 8 is where you'll find La Cucina, the Italian specialty dining restaurant. We dined here and I had a fantastic dinner, but Alan wasn't as impressed. The proximity to the wine cellar gave great wine selections as well. Le Bistro is the French specialty dining restaurant located on Deck 16. It has an elegant atmosphere and a menu to match with traditional French cuisine like escargot and some classic chicken and seafood dishes. Los Lobos is another specialty dining option located on Deck 8 and a premium Mexican restaurant with a modern twist. We made dinner reservations here and had a fantastic meal. They had great options like tacos, enchiladas, and more. Ocean Blue is another specialty restaurant on Deck 8. Seafood is the main attraction here, and it's an elegant setting, so diners will be treated to dishes created from the freshest fish and other ingredients, and you can get perfectly paired wine selections and cocktails as well. The QTexas Smokehouse, located on Deck 6, specializes in barbecue and is decorated to look like you're in a Western. We ate there on our first night on board and had a pretty good experience overall. And lastly is the Teppanyaki restaurant, located on Deck 8. Here you sit around a big grill with other diners and watch as the chef prepares your meal, along with a bit of a show. Another very popular dining option. Now let's get into our dining experiences, starting with the QTexas Smokehouse. We ate here on our first night of the cruise, and we're looking forward to a Texas-style barbecue meal. They served water in reusable cups that looked like red Solo cups, which I thought was a fun detail. My husband got the loaded fries with melted cheese, sour cream, jalapenos, and green onions. You could also add chili or pulled pork. These were delicious and hot when they came out. I got the Texan crab cakes for a starter, and they were well cooked, but they weren't very hot when they arrived at our table, but they were still very tasty. For our main dishes, I got the pulled pork served with coleslaw, chunky potato salad, pickles, barbecue beans, and jalapeno cheese cornbread. Everything was delicious. I also got the baked sweet potato with pecan honey butter and cinnamon and onion rings. My husband got the brisket with all the same sides, but he also got the macaroni and cheese and loaded baked potato. We couldn't even think of desserts after that meal, so we skipped it. This meal would have cost us about $81 before gratuities or taxes and not including drinks. Overall, we would give this experience a 6 out of 10. Our next specialty dinner was at Los Lobos. We started with freshly made tortilla chips and salsa. You can never really go wrong with this option. I got the 3-cheese quesadilla as a starter, and Alan got the beef empanadas. Both were delicious. For our mains, we both got the enchiladas. I got the verdes with the slow roasted shredded pork, onion, cilantro, and cheese with a green sauce. Alan's were de mole with chicken tinga and a traditional mole poblano sauce. We tried to save room for dessert this time, and I got the tres leches cake, which was a coconut cream flavor, and Alan got the fried beignets with brown sugar syrup, cinnamon, and a guava sauce, and some vanilla ice cream. Overall, our rating here was 7 out of 10, and this would have cost us $81 before gratuities and taxes, and not including drinks. Now time for La Cucina, the Italian restaurant. And as an Italian, I was excited for this one. I got the mozzarella caprese salad with the heirloom tomatoes and basil. It was really tasty. Alan went for the antipasti plate with salami, capicola, prosciutto, mortadella, Parmesan cheese, pickled vegetables, and olives. He really enjoyed this, and it looked pretty substantial. Our next course was spaghetti carbonara for me, which was spaghetti noodles with pancetta, egg yolk, black pepper, and pecorino cheese. This was very delicious. And Alan went with a beef lasagna al forno, which was beef bolognese, Parmesan cheese, and mozzarella cream sauce. He really liked the first few bites, but it ended up being just okay because it was barely warm when he got closer to the center. And for our main dishes, Alan had the margarita pizza. And to be perfectly honest, it tasted exactly like the pizza that you could get at the buffet that was included in our complimentary dining. I got the beef tenderloin with green peppercorn sauce and blue cheese ravioli, and this was the absolute highlight of my meal. For dessert, yes, we powered through and got dessert. We got the infamous tiramisu and cannoli. The tiramisu was pretty good, but the cannoli were just okay. Overall, with my dinner selections, I'd give my experience a 9 out of 10, but Alan's experience here would have been a 6 out of 10 based on what he ordered. Service was excellent here. And this would have cost us $155 before taxes and gratuities, and not including drinks. And lastly was Cagney Steakhouse. We liked this one so much, we barely recorded a thing while we were there, but let me do the highlights. For starters, we got the jumbo shrimp trio and the Caesar salad. Both were excellent, but the Caesar does come with anchovies, so let them know if you don't want that on the salad. For our mains, I went with a petite filet mignon with a side of potato gratin and sautéed mushrooms. The steak was cooked perfectly. Alan went with a slow roasted prime rib with au jus and got Parmesan dusted truffle fries and sautéed mushrooms. His prime rib was also cooked perfectly to his order. Dessert was a raspberry creme brulee and a 7-layer chocolate cake. And again, these were fabulous. This dining experience was a 10 out of 10 and would have cost us $155 without taxes, gratuities, or drinks. And now it's time for my final verdict. Was the specialty dining package worth it? Overall, our experiences were great, but you definitely do not need to get a specialty dining package. If you get the free at sea offer, you will get a specialty dining package included, and the number of meals depends on the length of your cruise. But you are paying the gratuities on those meals in your overall cruise fare. So I would recommend dining at the most expensive restaurants to really get your money's worth. If you get the standard base cruise fare, you could decide to dine at a restaurant and just pay the total plus the taxes and gratuities, so that's another option. But while I thoroughly enjoyed our meals, I really enjoyed the main dining room options, so next time I probably wouldn't pay for specialty dining over and above what we get in our cruise package. But that's just my perspective, and you may really enjoy dining at the specialty restaurants, so I'll leave that up to you. Coming up, I'll be sharing what we got up to at all of our port stops in Los Cabos, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, and Ensenada, so stay tuned for those. I hope this video can be helpful for you if you're planning a cruise in the future and wondering if the specialty dining package is for you. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more travel videos coming soon.